Right, hello everyone and welcome back to FTRL, and thank you for joining us for round number 10 in Division 1, the Russian Grand Prix. Only two of us on commentary tonight, so you've got myself, FTRL Blue Flag, and I'm joined by the ever-present FTRL Panini. Alright mate?
Not too bad, better than the weather here. Oh, God.
Yeah, look,
Um, uh, uh,
so yeah, the weather could make things a little bit tricky, depending on what the race conditions are going to be.
I'm in some tight corners if you're going to have to run a dry setup on all wet qualifying. It's not something I'd want to do around that long left-hander.
Nah, not in the slightest. Well, it could be a big night tonight. There are championship winning permutations in play, which we'll run through in a little bit.
Well, you're the mathematician, so I'll let you run through them because I'll just muck them up.
Well, yeah, I've worked them out. I've just got to find my notepad, which, prepared as ever, I've misplaced.
Oh, intermediate tyres though, I'm seeing. Or am I being... No, everyone's on the intermediate tyre.
As I say, it doesn't look full wet.
Oh, I've just seen a message in the chat about the weather in the race.
Well, people watching the stream will know what the weather's going to be if they've seen the comments, but I'm not going to say.
No, we'll leave it until see what happens. We've got a lot of the Div 2 boys in the chat already, so that's nice to see.
Now,
we've got Tell in the chat who's in holiday. So.
Yeah, shouldn't you be in a theme park or something right now? Or are you that bored? Team Ravers in the chat. Which, I don't know if you can cast your mind back a couple of weeks to Hungary. We had a wet qualifying session and Ravers done himself quite proud, I would say.
Well,
yeah.
In the top 6.
Well, he's come out in a... He's in a little bit of traffic at the moment. He's found a busy part of the track.
But there's only Kawandi at the moment, I think he's just trying to stay dry. Understandable. Oh, so tell his sunbathing. You got our answer. I'm not going to say what I was going to say about Tell there, but...
For those of you eating your dinner, I apologise for that image. I'm not quite sure who's going to set that laptop first then. Well, I've been keeping an eye on Remco.
Got Panda with 45.4.
Remco's boxing must have invalidated.
Oh, Catton with 44.6. Nice to see. We have a former driver and still league owner in the chat praying for good results for both Bananas and both Ferraris tonight. Oh, Chicken Guy's headbutted a wall.
I wouldn't advise pecking walls. Plexit's first driver into the 43s.
got on board with Tico around the very long turn 2, turn 3, a left-hander, and he was completely opposite lock. He couldn't put anything else in. It was a beautiful slide. Right, so Brian was 1 3 tenths quicker than Plex. So I'm wondering, is this track just going to continually going to get drier as the session goes on? How are we going to see dry days? Oh, got on board with Panda, and he's looking at a wall. Now he's reversing, so he's had an incident. I think that's second 3.
I mean, he's not short of walls to look at. Here's a tight circuit. Ravers pops himself into P6. That changeable condition prowess is coming into play. Co-Andy's ventured out of the pits.
Oh, you might want to get a bit down. Chinese Senna, which is Ox for those that aren't sure, put himself in the second, but Plexit has now gone pole and put him back out in the third. So a couple of invalidations so far. I mean, it's a difficult track to not invalidate. It's a pain in the neck.
Oh, Co-Andy's coming to the line. .44.7, good enough for P9.
Remco just starting a lap. Who is a self-professed wet weather expert? So putting that out there. Like,
Yeah,
should be needed from you would guess.
Like I say, he does fancy himself in the wet, but of course he's got to get a valid lap in.
However, I've just gone on board with the Toro Rosso and I'm not seeing any more rain.
I was going to say, that's drying up. So I think your thought about dry tyres at the end of the session is going to become a reality very soon.
Oh, what tyres did you go for though? 'Cause it's going to be a pig. I mean, that long left-hander is... That's definitely not going to be flat, is it? No matter what tyre you go.
Well, as I'm expecting half the grid to go into the pit lane around now, I found my notepad.
Nice.
Which means I can read out some championship permutations. So, Dutch Tricks is able to win the championship tonight. If he were to get the pole position and win, only Plexits and Zach can stop him from winning the championship. Zach would need to finish higher than P4 and Plexits higher than P7. If Dutch were to win, Plexits would need pole and better than P9, and Zach would need better than P4. If Dutch were to win with Zach getting pole, Zach would need better than P5 and Plexits better than P8. And if Dutch won and someone else outside of the top 3 drivers got pole, Plexits would need a better than P8 and Zach better than P4. Basically, if Dutch finishes the night and he's got 54 points or better advantage in the championship standings, it's championship over.
We might need a calculator because my maths is long since left me. I've just checked, and Dutch doesn't actually have a pole this season yet. So now would be the time to do it.
It would. So there's still a little bit of spray coming off the back of the cars, but I would say that's getting towards changeover point now.
I mean, there's a couple of cars waiting in the pits on the hyper stop, but obviously just checking the crossover, the tyres at the moment. Hamilton 95 saying if it rains in the race they don't want to use all of the tyres, which is a good fact. With the wet qualifying, you don't get half as many tyres as you do dry tyres, so it's always best to just run as few tyres as possible. I'm going to guess that they didn't expect it to dry as quickly in qualifying. Super Jules has back.
Yeah, Brand's had a spin out of turn 4. Remco almost lost it out of turn 4. I would say that intermediate tyre is done.
Yeah, I mean, I've only guessed that the crossover said that the Inter was still faster. Because like, we've got 6 or 7 people coming back out on intermediate tyre.
Well, I'm going to go on board with Ox. And yeah, he's applying opposite lock halfway through that corner. The long turn 3.
Yeah. I mean, it looked good, but it's not necessarily the quickest route around the corner. Yeah, I think most of the drivers are coming back into pit now. Brandon Mangrove are currently up in P2. I mean, if it doesn't dry out sufficiently, he's looking good at the moment.
So just looking at the tyre selections on the left hand side, there's a couple of guys waiting with ultra softs and a couple with hyper, so there's a mixed feeling I think about what to go for.
Well, Panda's just improved his time. He was 8th, he's now 11th. And JB hadn't set a time for invalidation, is now 8th. Kawandi's now sat in the pit lane on the soft tyre. That's... Oh, I have seen something. Zach has come out of the pit lane on the hyper soft tyre. And Tico is also coming out on the hyper soft tyre. We're going straight on to turn 1. It always takes balls to be the first one out. Yep. Now everybody's leaving pit lane.
I say Dutch is coming out on the hypers. The 2 Red Bulls are out on hypers.
So Ox and Chrome have gone quicker than Bran on the intermediate tyre. I mean, if they want to get a lap on the dries, they're going to have to get back in fairly sharpish.
Well, there's DRS enabled notification.
Panda's at the end of the lap, he's coming to the pit, so he'll just time on dries. Oh, he's nearly spun in pit lane. He had an incident like this in his GT Sport live stream he did yesterday. It was quite funny, but enough of that.
Right, so is Tico the first runner on the hyper?
I think Zach is going to be. Zach is at the penultimate corner.
Right, so it's going to be Zach. Let's take a lap with Zach.
And what I can tell you is that Braun is not going to be able to set a dry lap time in this session.
Yeah, bit of a lift through 4.
I think one of the person who's on track last over the line is going to have the fastest lap time here. I mean, Zach is going to get 2 laps in.
Ox has retired from the session.
Yeah, so he hasn't set a dry time either.
Traffic doing well to stay out of Zach's way.
On board, look at Tico's lap. It looks fairly clean so far.
Well, Zach's now approaching the penultimate corner. So 37.8 for Zach. And I imagine we're only going to go faster from there.
Tico running into traffic at the end of the lap with people starting their laps, so he's 7/10 back.
Well, Plexitz is about to start his lap.
A couple of these guys not going to lap him.
Yep, Frome's not going to make it.
Panda hasn't made it. Brian hasn't made it.
Panda just says whoops in the chat.
From she said we're complete balls up, so Team Banana are not having a good qualifying. That 1-2 in Hungary.
Right, Zach's done.
Dutch is currently on pole by 1,000th of a second.
Tico's done.
From 4th Red Bulls. Red Bull are having an amazing qualifying so far.
Yep, we've got Plexitz coming down the DRS straight. Well, I say straight.
Joe Burns.
On the ultra soft tyre. The Ferrari's on the ultra soft tyre.
I get the feeling that Lennon might have invalidated at the last corner. He did a 35.9 as well. I think Lennon invalidated at the last corner. Lennon.
Right, well, champion-elect has taken his first pole position of the season, I think.
Well, that was as good a time as any.
Yeah. I mean, someone came through to jump Plexitz. I don't know if he got Dutch as well. I didn't see. No, JB jumped Plexitz, but not Dutch.
However, both Ferraris and Katami sat on the Ultras.
I was going to say that could come into play. They're starting quite high up and they're going to go long. They could have a real impact on the early running in this race.
Brandon was 1 second away from setting a lap. That's heartbreaking.
Yep, Aaron's saying this is going to be tasty, and I'll make him right.
There's a lot of runners at the front that aren't usually right at the front. They're usually battling for the points, but I mean, both Red Bulls and both Ferraris are looking very strong.
Right,
Oh,
Pete,
we've got a Rivers to win.
Yeah, Pete's gone all in.
Oh. I mean, we know what Rivers is like with pressure. I'm not going to mention the Guy Curb incident last time out in Hungary. I mean, I do like a jumbled up grid. It usually makes for an entertaining race.
Yep, just adds that extra bit of spice.
And I'm not too sure on what the weather's going to do. I mean, we saw a message earlier, but I've forgotten what it was, so that's a good sign for my short-term memory.
Well, that could be playing on the minds of the ultra-soft runners. But as we start our formation lap, we have Dutch Tricks on pole, taking his first one of the season. Like you say, good time to pop one in. JB with possibly, I think, his best qualifying of the season since his return in P2. Plexit's in P3. He's going to be looking for a quick getaway. He needs to try and get in front of Dutch as early as possible if he can. Remco in P4, good qualifying from him. Ravers with another good qualifying effort after his Hungary heroics from a couple of weeks ago. Let's hope his race goes better than that one. Katami's qualifying well once again. He's had a pole this season, so normally qualifies well, but some better luck in the race would probably be welcome. Joe Burns in P7, finding himself in unfamiliar territory. The two Red Bulls in 8th and 9th, probably their best collective qualifying of the season so far. Zach down in 10th. He's got a lot of work to do from there if he's going to have any chance of stopping Dutch wrapping it up tonight. Tico in 11th, normally can normally do quite well from the back of the grid. There's been a few occasions this season where he's fought through. Oxox in 12th, he'll be disappointed with that qualifying, I think, and he's going to start on the soft tyre, so he's going to go very deep into this race, so keep an eye on him. Flying Frome and Bran not getting dry laps in after going quite well on the wet, so they're unfortunate with their timing, I think, not to get laps in. Tim 12 and Co Andy. Tim, normally a good qualifier, finds himself well down. And yeah, Panda will be disappointed with his session as well, starting P17, but he'll be looking to climb up if he can rather quickly.
An interesting start.
Yeah, well, 5 lights are on, and we're away in Russia. And JB looks like he's got a very good start. He draws alongside Dutch Tricks, heading down to turn 2. He's ahead, just. Plexits is coming up the inside of both of them.
So both Haas cars took the inside. I don't know if it was to avoid a collision or, but Kawandi definitely got a penalty.
Well, Dutch has held the lead. Plexits is up 1 position into P2. JB's dropped 1 to P3. Katami's is up 2 to P4. Remco's dropped 1 to P5. Zach is up from 10th to 6th. The two Ferraris have gone backwards. They're 7th and 8th.
Joe Burns have got damage. He tagged the back of his teammate.
Yep, and Cress has just tagged the back of Joe. Don't think he got any. Oh no, he looked like he's missing the right front part of his wing. Tico's at the back of Cress. I've just seen some more carbon going flying in the back. There's going to be a few cars with damage this lap.
Oh, someone's wrong.
Remco's pitting.
Panda's pitting. Lennon's retired. So 4 for Div1 admins in the pit with damage. That's not good.
Well, it's been a fairly hectic first lap.
Tico inside of Cress. Joe Burns has carried on with his damage. JB picked up his first penalty in like the start of lap 2 really. That's not good.
Well, I know Carl Andy got one for taking that avoiding action at the first corner.
Yeah.
Tico's having a look up the inside of Cress, and that looks like job done.
Hasn't been a good race so far for Team Banana. Rome on the hard side doesn't seem to have the pace of the guys in front. He's 1.5 seconds back with Bran all over the back of him. And obviously Panda had to come in and do that damage. He's hoping things pick up for Team Banana. A few penalties coming through already.
There's a bit of a train in the midfield from which Joe looks like he's at the front of. He's coming under attack from Tico into turn 2. Doesn't fight it too hard. I thought he was going to come back at Tico then.
Bran's trying to go up inside of 4 on the long left hander. Oh. Tom holds out, and inside for the right hander. Bran holds out on the outside.
Yep, Cress is up the inside of Joe. Joe's falling back now. I think that damage is starting to take effect.
Top officer's now got Draw. The Draw fights back. Chicken Dude's the next one up behind Draw. And Tim's Wall was very far behind that. So.
Well, Tim's up the inside of Chicken Guy. Chicken Guy I thought was going to go back up the inside of Tim, but thought better of it.
You're staying out with that damage. He obviously wasn't right and going into this pit stop while he's expecting the rain soon. I'm in blue skies at the moment. And Petchett and Dutcher side by side for a lead.
Oh, Joe's gone very defensive on Tim.
Dutch holds out and he's still in the lead. Slowing JB to catch up bit by bit. And Zach just, wait, he had to pass a lot until Remco came along. So.
Oh, got a task being spun round, that's Bran. He went for a move up the inside of, I think it was Jill's Pills or maybe Chicken Guy. He just got the door slammed in his face. So go to the battle for the lead.
So JB's now in this fight. He wasn't, there was a second gap. But The front two been battling for a lap and a half, so... A lot of the guys were in no ERS for a lot of this last sort of sector.
Plexit's just picked up a time penalty. We'll have to try and keep an eye on those if we can.
I don't think my piece of paper is long enough to write them all down. I think there's going to be a couple tonight. Storm should overtake Kawandi.
Plexit and Dutch side by side through the long left-hander at turn 4.
They did this last time, but the other way around. Plexit's gone on the outside of Dutch this time.
Yep, Plexit has the lead for now.
Like I said, it's allowing Zach to catch up to this battle. There's only 1.5 seconds back. Oh, it was 1.5, it's now only 1 second. JB had a wiggle. Not sure.
Yep, and Zach looks to be getting ever closer in the background.
Well, for information for our Div2 drivers, Hammer Time reckons it's best to run 0 ERS to the last sector as no overtaking is possible. So I don't know what's happened towards the back, but From has managed to overtake Joe Burns and Chicken Guy and has pulled a 2-second gap on them.
You've got Joe still driving around with that damage. And he's finally coming in the pits.
Oh, well, he tried.
He's overshot it a bit.
Got a 3-second corner cut penalty.
And a 5-second speeding penalty. So that pit entry was, I think, fair to say, a shambles.
Oh, JB's round. At the long left-hander.
Brandon Chicken Guy with trading paint.
I think he doesn't have damage, but strange place to lose the back end. And then JB's gone wide again. The next corner. I don't know what's going on here. JB's round again. I'm slightly confused.
Yeah, Brandon Chicken Guy just come past, and they've been side by side for half a lap. Good little battle to watch that one. Meanwhile, Tico's just got by Cat at the end of the DRS straight. So Tico and Zach are both up 7 places from the start.
I'm not sure if Zach's had to jump on the brakes to avoid JB, but he's now 2.5 seconds behind the battle in front. Oh, Tim 12 in the pits. I can only imagine he's got damage because it's a bit early to pit from the open shop. Chicken Guy's in, and so is JB on the hyper shop. Lexus has pulled 9/10 on Dutch.
Further back, you've got, I think the closest battle at the moment is Ox and Rover's Revenge.
I've been watching it for the first part of this lap, and I've seen some of the lines that's being used, and
I was
I'd
just
like
going
to
to
see some
say,
more on the track.
I was just going to say about some of the lines I've been seeing, and certainly using all of the track.
Ooh, Ox has gone for the move and
Yep,
missed the
he's gone very deep.
corner. And Rivers has got the cutback on him. I'm not entirely sure about some of the driving I'm seeing tonight, but I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I mean, Ox didn't get damaged from tapping the wall, so he's got lucky. Allowed Jill's pulls to catch up to the back of both drivers. Just on a free car train.
Well, Ox pulls out for the inside.
I was on board with Rivers and I'm sure I heard a crash. I think Jill's pulls was at the back of him.
I didn't see anything from the perspective I had.
So Plexix's pulled exactly 1 second with Dutch.
Yeah, and Zach's fallen back to over 3 seconds behind Dutch. These penalties are starting to come in faster than I can register.
Dutch is using a lot of ZRS compared to everyone else as well.
Right.
40%.
Yep.
Everyone else is about 80. So.
Well, Throme's now on the back of Super Jills.
Oh, Dutch is in pit lane and sped into pit lane. It's a weird one from our championship leader. I don't think I've seen him rack up many penalties this season, let alone a speeding and pit lane penalty. He's gone back out in another set with a hypersoft. Okay. Interesting strategy going on at the moment.
Well, this being an easy one-stop race, that screams rain, doesn't it?
Yeah. And again, the only real battle in this 4-car. 4-car train? 5-car train? 5-car train. Kawandi joined the pack now. Oxox is trying to pull away. He's got 7 tenths to the Ravens, who's got nothing to Jill's Rose, who's got even less to throw him. And I mean, Brandon is not far behind.
Well, the clouds are certainly gathering overhead.
Tim 12 is front.
Jill's going to the pit lane.
Oh! Tim 12 has been collected as he tried to rejoin the track by JB.
Oh dear. Plexix has pit and also put on the Hypersoft tyre. Dutch Tricks has jumped him.
Judge. Remco stopped early because of damage and he's only 8 seconds off Dutch Tricks. So if he can make these tyres last until the rain we're guessing is coming, he's going to be in the fight.
Well, have you seen what Dutch is fast approaching? It'll be the train.
Oh, Kawani's had to take evasive action, otherwise he's going to run straight in the back of the team in it. Rome is trying to get past Ravers. and Brand's trying to get both of them. No, he been smart and pulled out of that one.
Frome's gone wide.
I'm not sure who he's talking about, but he says that's the wrong strategy. He's saying hypersoft to ultrasoft is the best strategy.
Not if it's raining.
The Dutch Tricks is in this battle.
Yep, it's ahead of Co-Andy.
I mean, I can't imagine Dutch wanting to be held up here, but I mean, it's a battle. They can't do much about it.
Well, Raves and Frome are side by side. Brand's getting in on it, and Dutch with a good exit. He's going to get 2 cars in one there. That couldn't have worked out any better for him. He's going to get Frome now.
So, we're being held up, but he hasn't been held up that much. And now
Plexits is in amongst it.
And I can't imagine he's going to get as easy a run through with what Dutch did. Brandon's trying to overtake Rivers. Plexits is going to make it 3 wide on the back straight. And then you got Kawandi nibbling at the back of Rivers.
Well, that was good driving from the 3 of them there. That could have ended in tears. So, Dutch now nibbling at the back of Ox.
Rimco picking up a penalty. I mean, the amount of laps he did in practice around here, I would have thought he would have cut them out by now, but, you know. The Dutch is past Ox. As Ox picks up a penalty. I mean, Pico's still going on these ultra tyres.
Well, Plexits has got past Frome.
Oh, Dutch with a penalty.
Yep, he's got that 5-second stop go as well.
If I remember right, Plexits has 1 3-second penalty. I mean, it would be easy just to look, but I'm a bit lazy, so we'll leave that to later. Joe Burns is overtaking Panda. However, Panda's set him up for a switchback. Panda has pulled up a switchback on Joe Burns.
You best clip that bit of footage and send it to Aaron immediately. Meanwhile, Plexits is past Ox.
Zach has overtaken Ravers and they try to get Kawandi in the same move, but Kawandi's fighting back. Kawandi's wide though, nearly loses the car, but Zach's through. Dutch is on the charge for Cataries. Joe Burns is back past Panda. However, Gilles Pills has now joined the battle and has overtaken Panda.
Oh,
and
Joe's gone deep. Very deep.
And Panda's going to re-overtake. No. Joe Burns pulls back across. Remco is now chasing in his park and is overtaking Rivers. I mean, I'm seeing some cloud, but not a lot yet, and we're mid-distance. Dutch is catching Cataries at a fair lick at the moment. I think he's got a second and a half since the start of his lap.
I mean, Frome has that's good English, has caught Ox a fair old lick. It's all over his diffuser right now.
Panda and Joe Burns are still going at it. I mean,
oh, Ox came back at Frome up the inside.
Oh.
That was a crash.
Oh, and it's involved Bran as well.
And Zach.
Oh, Ox has
Oh.
decided he's had enough of this race. Nice to see, Ox. I mean, I don't like seeing that at all. But we'll move on. Dutch is overtaking Academies down straight. Zach is overtaking Bran. Complexity is on the back Academies now. He's not far behind Dutch. Tico's picked up a 3-second penalty. I think that's his first. Could be his second. Don't know.
Well, Panda and Joe Burns have just traded places.
It's easy to recurring thing, and they're currently side by side. Joe on the outside, can he hold it? No. Panda's back up the inside.
Plexits has got Cat.
And I saw some weaving, so one of them isn't very happy, I'm not sure which one. Zach is overtaking From on the outside. No. From holds it for now.
Oh, from very sideways. Yep.
Super Jill's Pills is retired. I'm not sure where he's lost that, but I've just gone on board with Chicken Guy, and Jill's Pills car is still going around the track.
Right, no more retirements, please.
No more needless retirements, anyhow. I mean, Joe Burns has lost 1.2 seconds to Panda in this lap. Are his Hypersofts beginning to go away? Yellow and second.
Well, Zach's finally got thrown, and Brand's having a dig up the inside of turn 4.
Greg Carp in the chat saying Dutch is a machine. Yeah, he is. I mean, he doesn't make mistakes and gets on with it. I mean, he did make a mistake in going too quick in the pit lane, but still. Our time in chat. I reckon Zach is in a good position because he's on the ultra soft. Which is true. Dutch and Plex are on the hypers, so if the rain doesn't come soon, but I am seeing more clouds now.
Frome and Bran. Frome having to look around the outside, and Bran defended that one well. He's given his teammate Coandy a shot, and yep, Frome's off.
Oop, don't know what's happened to Frome.
Oh.
I'm not too sure about that one. Still going to pick up another penalty. And Remco is still behind this battle.
Well, Plexits is half a second from Dutch Tricks now.
If this rain comes anytime soon, Tico is in a prime position. But he's going to need it soon, because these ultras are going to be dying before long.
Yeah, he's going to need it in the next probably 2 or 3 laps would be the optimal for it to come.
Remco's on the back 400 still. I mean, Remco's ultras have gone the same distance as the one after you have to pit lap 1. So
Plexits on Dutch.
Tico's staying out.
Yeah, I think if you're Tico in this position, you've got to stay out.
I mean, in the Div 2 race at Hungary, we had a similar situation, and I didn't stay out. I pitted too early for the inters, and then I got pulled to pit for the dries again, and then it rained the lap that I pit for the dries. So yeah, I'd say stay out. Don't believe anything that Jeff says.
He's literally the worst race engineer in the world.
Yeah, bring Rob back. I like Rob. Crest on the back of Rivers.
How did you know I was looking at that?
6/10.
I mean, to be fair, we've tried. It's raining.
Oh, is it? It is indeed.
Someone's turned the shower on.
This is what Tico needs. He needs it to get wet very quickly. Zach is behind Cat now. Last time I looked, it was a 3-second gap. It's now 3/10. Zach going for a move, maybe a restaurant.
This should be a no contest. Cat's tyres have done double the distance Zach's have.
I tell you what, Bran had a bit of a shaky moment when he got tangled up with that ox incident. He's doing well. He's 16 laps on his ultras and he's up to 6th. If this rain does come down, he's in a very strong position. However, what I am seeing is Joe Burns has done 11 laps on his Hypersofts and he's lost 3 seconds since the last time I looked at Panda. Well, Dutch has now done 9 laps on his Hypersofts. So our 2 Hypersoft runners in Plexus and Dutch can't have a round to go on these Hypers. Who do you reckon is going to pull the pin this morning? I mean, it's not wet enough by far yet.
I'd say it's not wet enough at the moment. Although Dutch does seem to be struggling for traction. I mean, I know that's a normal thing when you go on board with him, that his car does seem to crab a bit, but...
Yeah, Tico is short shifting, so he's on the very edge of life on these tyres. And eke out every lap he can.
He's going to go another lap.
Oh, Dutch tried to feint towards the pit lane. I don't think to try and bring Flex into the pits. But it didn't work. Yeah, everyone seems to be making the only smart decision of staying out for now. I mean, it doesn't look like there's any water on track yet. Oh, Rivers is in.
I was going to say, do the guys towards the lower end of the field try something different?
What Panda's carrying on? Joe Burns is in pit lane. Ferrari are making the bold strategy call. I mean, Joe Burns has been pulled for corner cut and
right, that
pit lane again.
That looks extremely harsh from my view.
I mean, I saw he had one wheel over.
I think that I wouldn't be surprised if he put that in and asked the stewards to have a look at that, because, you know, I didn't see that he did much wrong there.
I mean, if he's within 3 seconds of the car in front, I'd say send it in, but I mean, currently he's 11. No,
well, yeah, there is that. Yeah, Dutch has dropped off the back of Plexit considerably.
It's not time for an immediate shit. I've just been on board with Ravers through that long left-hander.
Well,
he was skating.
Dutch is going for it. I mean, he's skating on these hypers. I just watched him through the
I
final
think it's-
sector and he was drifting through the final corners.
Oh, Cress is round. It's that awkward period now, isn't it? It's
Yep, here we go.
not dry and it's not inters.
Hasses are stacking.
Kawendi's with a 5-second stop off a corner cutting.
Again, that's that pit entry's done him. There's some sort of glitch there. Has to be.
Got 5 runners in. Cress has got a corner cut for the pit lane as well. Panda's in. So everyone's coming in, so I mean, you
So-
start to see a bit of standing water.
Yeah, it's just the top 3 then. Oh, Plexits! Almost ended his race right there. Got very lucky there.
Is Dutch going to get the undercut being on the right tyre?
And yet, Plexits and Tico, I think, have gone 1 lap too long. But it could be a difficult one to judge.
Yeah, Tegan was about pit lane, he went so slow into it.
Yep.
That's just manages it. Zach Van was already pitted once, if you know what pit lane's like.
Yep, top 3 making a good job of pit entry. Right, where's
Dutch has
Dutch?
caught
Yeah,
5 seconds.
he's caught massively.
However, Tico was 8 seconds in front when he pitted. So
Right, well, Tico is at pit exit already.
Dutch is at the last corner over the start line now.
Plexits is getting up to speed.
Dutch is at the right kink for DRS.
He's ahead of Plexits.
Tico is already coming into the long left-hander, so Tico is in your net lead of this race. Catamise is in 5th. On a fantastic race. Just keep on the Ireland Cup.
Well, he's got to look out because Brand's looking racy behind him. And the self-proclaimed wet weather specialist is on the back of Brand as well.
A prediction from Hammer Time before the pit stops occurred was that Dutch will lead. I'm calling it. But you're only 3 seconds out, but you're close. So good effort. I've just gone on board with Dutch, and that car does not look happy. I mean, I know it.
You should have seen it.
A little bit sideways.
You should have seen it on Hypersofts. I'm telling you, I was nervous watching it. I'd hate to have been driving it.
So Rivers has just picked up his first penalty, I think. Well, that's going to knock him. He doesn't like picking up penalties. Panda is within touching distance of Rivers, but I think Panda's got 2 penalties, if I remember rightly. I'm not sure. We'll find out at the end, then, yeah.
Yeah, this Catamise, Brand and Remco battles spicing up. Overtaking will be a little bit more tricky without the DRS.
And being close to another car around this long left-hander in different conditions is tricky because you don't know if the car in front's going to have to lift or double the brake. It's so treacherous. Oh, Remco's got another time penalty.
Yeah, I thought that was a cut.
Naughty, naughty Remco. Kinda couldn't get you nowhere. I say that, then tomorrow I'll get disqualified for corner cutting, but still. Panda has caught a full second on Ravers in his lap. Panda wants 10th place. Joe Burns picked up a 3-second time penalty. I don't know if I just so he can actually fight Chicken Guy for a race, because he's been bored for the last 12 laps. Tico's keeping a 3-second lead to Dutch, who's keeping a 2-second lead to Flexits. But Tico just picked up a second time penalty. I know Dutch has got at least 1 and 5 seconds stop go, but
he's served his stop go, so he's only got the 3-second penalty, I believe.
So at this moment, with that 2.8 second gap, Dutch is leading this race in theory.
I think Plexit is going to be very... Oh, there we go. That's just evened it out. Where does that put Plexit in all of this?
I don't know. But this battle for 5th place has got even closer. Literally pushing each other on turn 1.
Yep.
Remco choosing the wide line with a later turn in. I mean, a little bit of that was oversteer, but I mean, I'll claim it's skill. Help him out a bit. Judging by how much sideways these cars are on, I think everyone will probably room with a dryish setup. Oh, Brand picked up another penalty. I think Aaron was definitely right when he assumed at the start of this race that penalties were going to play a huge factor.
Well,
I mean, we have no idea what the finish order is going to be.
They always do. Remco's having a look around the outside of Bran. Oh, there's contact.
They've had a wiggle. It's always a very difficult corner to do in damp conditions.
Well, somehow both drivers have survived it, and Remco's got the place.
And Cress is onto the back of Kawandi now as well.
Yeah, Ravers isn't too far away either.
This little battle between Remco and Bran has allowed Academies to pull a second down the road. Oh, Aaron with an intriguing point he brought up in the chat. He thinks that Remco should have possibly given that place back. I mean, it's very difficult to... I'm not sure who came across on who, but I get a flag in sector 3. I think Joe Burns has had an incident, but he's coming into pit lane.
Remco needs to do a little bit of fuel saving. His fuel light keeps flashing yellow.
Now, is this going to be retired? Please keep going, Joe. Don't retire yet. There's only 3 laps to go. Oh! Panda's had a wiggle coming out one of the corners and twatted the wall. He's lost part of his front wing. But he's still gaining on Ravers.
Remco and Cat are side by side.
Rice is trying to look inside of Kawandi. He's pulled it off. But Kawandi's still there. He's trying to hold it. Rice went on the outside. And that's pulled Ravers right into this fight.
Cat very sensibly put his car in the middle of the track there on the way down to turn 2.
Of course, if anybody knows what defensive driving, you do. So I'll let you be the judge of that one.
Yep,
Ravers up inside to go on me.
Remco up the inside of Cat. Cat's held it. Brand's coming at Remco. Remco off track and they bang wheels as he rejoins, but Brand's back past.
Ravers and Comandi's side by side. I mean, Panda's picked up another penalty, but he's right in this fight now. We've got 2-3 car battles happening. Oh, Panda and Ravers are side by side going into the back straight. And all of them are sideways on the throttle. Panda's gaining. Smart. Pulls out the move. I mean, that king before the braking zone is a killer. We saw that with Bran and Remco. Ravers got a good exit up inside Coandi. Oh, Coandi's out on the outside though. And now Panda's got nowhere to go on the exit, even though he's much faster than 2 cars in front. Ravers on the switchback. He's made it, but now that leaves him hanging down the straight.
Tico picks up another penalty at the front.
Comandi's back up inside of Ravers. Ravers trying to go around the outside. Oh, Panda and Andy are side by side to this long left-hander. Andy's pulled him behind.
Yeah, sensible driving there from Andy.
I think Katamari's been watching you race because he's defending very well at the moment. Run trying to go around the outside of Cat.
He must have watched. He must have watched the Hungry Performance stream back.
Oh, yeah, flag second one. I'm not sure who that was. Aaron with an interesting point in the chat. I'm not sure it will come to fruition, but...
Well, we're on the final lap, and what we can see on the left-hand side there, I think is going to look very different in about 90 seconds' time.
Yeah, I think Tico lost this race for himself for that black penalty. Remco's trying to go around the outside of the long left-hander. And we have a yellow flag, but I think that's just Joe.
I think it's Joe getting lapped, yeah. Just trying to stay out of the way.
Panda trying to go on the outside of Ravers. Ravers goes deep. Panda's going for the cut back, which puts him on the outside for the long left-hander. Ravers and Panda still side by side. 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 Panda pulls it off eventually.
He got there in the end.
Remco's gonna have another go at Bran. He's kink left.
Right, well, Tico's in the penultimate corner.
Contact again. Remco's lost front wing.
So Tico crosses the line first, but Dutch gets him on penalties. What about Plexit? Plexit is 6/10 off of Dutch.
Remco and Bran side by side.
Zach P4.
Bran just got a 5-second stop go for exceeding track limit.
Yeah, he tried to go up the inside of Remco and the door got slammed in his face. So Cress is going to come round P8 on the road. Is he going to jump anyone on penalties? He may get Bran. Yep.
So Panda's going to beat Rev across the line, but I think Rev's got less penalties. No? Same penalties? Oh.
Well, Ravers does pick up a point.
Blue Phoenix in chat saying, hey guys. Hi. Aaron reckons Catamies has been driver of the day, which is quite hard to view against at the moment. He's got a very good drive. And he also says that Aaron's missus reckons that I'm broken.
I mean,
okay.
I would probably say that 90% of the time you are broken. I mean, I think you held it together quite well tonight.
Yeah.
I think it was just the repeat play of Ravers and Panda still side by side. But yeah, I think I agree with Aaron's statement for driver of the day. Catamies has finally put one together.
Yeah, he's been looking like doing it most of the season, but a couple of silly mistakes here and there, but he pulled one out of the bag tonight. I mean, he's done his driver with no penalties. Yeah,
good drive from Cat. But the championship will carry on to the next round. I think Plexitz has scored enough points to keep it going. Tico finds himself back on the podium once again. Starting to find a bit of late season form is Tico.
I mean, McLaren are more or less sorted the constructors, I want to guess, because of last week's incidents with the Toro Rosso team at Hungary. It's going to be up there, isn't it?
Yeah, I would think so.
I'm not going to ask you to try and work it out. I'm past that. I'll let someone else try and work that out. I should probably invite people to the party, shouldn't I?
I think you should, yeah.
Why do people appear offline?
Hello.
Right, well everyone's invited, so see what turns up.
Oh, I should have got that window. Weird game. Did you guys also see Dutch had 3 penalties?
Yeah, well, a lot of guys were getting penalties on pit entry. They kept getting corner cut penalties. I think they were instant.
How can they be? Okay.
Well, I've invited Dutch. He's normally the first one here, so I'm not sure. There he is. So everyone's here. So, I've done my job. Here goes I.
Right, so another Div1 race, another Dutch Tricks win. Didn't get it on track, but penalties played their part as they quite often do. But it was a solid enough drive from you. Can you talk us through that race from your perspective, Dutch?
Yeah, it was a pretty clean race with some good fighting with Plexits the most. Yeah, I got some stupid penalties. One going into the pits with a 5 seconds. And yeah, some stupid penalties that didn't have to come. Yeah, it happens, but very happy with the win.
So you've qualifying hasn't been your thing this season. You've picked up your first pole position tonight. So did you treat qualifying any different tonight than you have the rest of the season, or did you just get that one lap sorted?
No, I actually did 2 laps and pushed as hard as I could. I was with Tico in a party and he got out earlier than me in the pit for 2 laps. So we were both gonna do 2 laps, we were saying, and he invalidated his second lap, but I didn't. And I won a lot of time because I was one of the last to cross the line. So.
Okay, well, 2 races left and you've basically got one hand on the championship. What's the approach for the next 2 races?
Still the same as always. Get as high as possible and look to myself, and because it's only a few points now, so
okay,
not
well,
too hard, I think.
What we'll do is while Pagani interviews, who finished second in the end?
Plexits.
It was Plexits. Okay, well, while Pagani interviews Plexits, I'm going to do a quick bit of maths and work out what you need next race to wrap it up.
Well, Aaron has done some maths in the chat if you want to have a quick look.
Oh, he's already done it, has he? Okay.
Oh, but I'll still interview Plexits while you have a look and make sure he's right. Because, I mean, can anybody trust Aaron's maths? I don't know. Right. Plexits, how do you reckon that race went for you? Because it looked like you were the quickest person in the dry.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was the best strategy to go for a dry setup. I think Dutch went for a bit of a wet setup, I think. That's why he was so fast in the rain. Not sure.
Yeah.
But, yeah, in the dry my pace was really good. I was faster than Dutch. And, yeah. Only maybe maybe it was better if I did my qualifying lap on the ultras, because then I had one less stop. So you saw what Tico got in the end with that. So yeah.
I mean, like we've alluded to, it looks like Dutch does have one hand on that championship trophy. Are you still going to be pushing as hard as ever to try and sneak it away from him if he does make that one mistake?
I just gonna keep on trying to win the race from now. Well, I have done that every race, but didn't really go that way every race. But yeah, I don't care if Dutch wins now. I think he already did last week or the week before that. So yeah, just trying to have fun now.
Yeah, I mean, last week obviously didn't go quite as you anticipated, but I mean, obviously it's got to be good to see you back on the podium. I mean, like, you only lost out in the win by I think 6/10 in the end.
Yeah, because I was also kind of driving like a bit safe, because I thought Dutch had 3 penalties, and so I was like counting on that, and I only had 1, so I thought, oh, 6 seconds. But it was only he had only 6 seconds in the end, so it was a bit weird.
I know he had one penalty, but it was a stop go, which I think he served on his second stop.
Yes,
okay.
I did.
So that might explain it a little bit.
Okay.
61 into the pit lane. Yeah. But I gained the 5 seconds back with the 1 lap earlier pit stop.
Yeah, I if I didn't pit 1 lap later, it would have been so much better. But yeah, shit happens.
Believe me, I know that. Do you have the current points totals now, Simon?
Yeah, well, to put it simply, if Plexits doesn't get pole next week, because he needs 2 maximum scores, Dutch is champion.
Wait. Okay, what track is it?
It's USA next week and Brazil the week after.
Oh, two nice tracks.
Yes.
Can happen. We'll see.
Right, well,
Dude,
one
just-
last... Go on.
Right, go ahead, man.
Well, just a message from our league owner who would have been with us in the box, but he's feeling $2,000 at the moment, so all the best to Aaron, get well soon. He's put in the chat to let Plexus know that he's been absolutely fantastic over the last 2 seasons. He's a credit to the league and himself, and unfortunately just come up against a driver in incredible form in Dutch. But nevertheless, he needs to know that he's done incredibly well to push him so close. So that's from Aaron and from all of us admins as a whole. I think everyone this season has done an incredible job in Div1. It's been a pleasure to spectate so far, so hopefully it carries on for the next 2 races.
Yeah, it was a nice season. Both seasons.
I'll let Sai interview Tico, because I get sick of hearing my voice.
Yeah, likewise. Right, Tico, another podium finish. You've seem to have found some late season form.
Yeah, but not the form I'm hoping for. Yeah, I'm challenging for first place and then get so much penalties. Yeah, pretty disappointing. But yeah,
Well,
I hope.
it was a solid race nonetheless. I mean, you started, what was it, P11, P10?
Yeah, P11.
So, I mean, it's not a bad drive, but yeah, knowing that you were first on the road, it's a bitter pill to swallow.
Yeah. Yeah, my qualifying, I tried to go with 2 laps, and my first lap I got held up by Ledden, I think, and then my second lap I invalidated that one, so it was a pretty shit qualifying. And then my race went well. I don't know how I didn't lose my front wing a couple of times, but I was pretty lucky. And then, yeah, at the end picked up 3 penalties in intermediate conditions. So.
Well, the form you've found of late has helped push McLaren closer to the Constructors' Championship. You've currently got a 66-point lead over Toro Rosso, with 78 points left on the table maximum. So
That's done. Okay.
that looks pretty much done as well. So
Yeah. I think
a strong season nonetheless, despite some bad luck.
Yeah. Hopefully next season will be closer between all 3 of us.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, in the beginning of the season I was thinking that when Tico didn't got some good points in, Toro Rosso was gonna get it, but after a few races Tim lost it a little bit, I think, and Alexis also.
Yeah. Well, I only lost it once, and that was last week, and the other week I wasn't really anything I could do.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
real shame.
Well, just about fun though. Huh?
Well, nonetheless, it's been an entertaining season to watch, but in the end, Dutch was just on a different level, I think. That'd be fair to say.
Tico, where are you on standing, man? Can't see you.
Nice banter between teammates here.
Well, I suppose on that happy note, we will end Div 1 for another week. Tomorrow night we've got Div 2 from Russia.
Oh no.
Yes, Pagani, I'm afraid it's true. tomorrow night CJ can clinch promotion and possibly a championship should results go his way. So join us
He
tomorrow
will.
night and see if he can make it so.